What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy C-Dub, aka Whit, coming at you guys for another FLOJOS commentary. Today's FLOJOS is specifically the 89th one. It's also day 2 of the Paddock Racing Team mini camp, and we're going to try some of the tactics, some of the things that we were encouraged to do and informed about on Saturday's day 1 training after riding 70 miles with Leo Bucktie of Union Sports and Big Wheel Coaching. So want to give Leo a shout out, thank him for his knowledge, for his experience, and for the information that he shared with us on Saturday and Sunday of this previous weekend. All right, guys, so we're getting into it, and you see currently I am sitting on Patrick's wheel. We wore our Stormtrooper kits at this FLOJOS, the white jersey with the black bibs. So yeah, out here looking good. We showed up in numbers of about 10 or 12 Paddock Racing Team PRT members. So we felt good and looked good during the 89th FLOJOS. As you guys saw earlier, the flyer that was made by one of our elite members, Nooks. Thanks for that flyer, man. That thing was beautiful. All right, so as you guys see here, I'm still sitting on Patrick's wheel, and got a couple of guys coming up in the rear, coming over the top. You got Juan coming right now. He's in the rear camera as I'm still sitting on Patrick's. Then you got Ron right there, got bumped over the double line. But yeah, we're currently in this thing, getting it in. There's Ron right there. I jumped on Ron's wheel. As we move up, in the blue, there's Alejandro, aka Alex, the Hulk, and we're moving. So you see right now, the MPH is 23, 24. My heart rate's at 162, pushing over 450 watts, and we're making our way. Again, thank you guys for clicking this vid. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I ask that you would do it. And you can do me one extra favor, set the notifications, and that'll let you know anytime I upload, you have something for your eyeballs to look at. There's Leo on the left, so just past him, you can see him in my rear view camera with the blue and black Union Sport kit with the black and red helmet. Here he comes over my left. That's Leo Bucktie, again, of Union Sports and Big Wheel Coaching. He signals to me to jump on, so now I'm making moves. We're going up, passing Nooks, passing Jeffrey. I believe that's Frank right there in the FLOJOS kit. So we're moving up. I got Juan on my wheel. Nooks is on the inside, and we're making moves. I jumped on Leo's wheel. He is a Cat 1 racer. He raced last season with SoCalRacing.com. I'm not sure if he's riding with them again for 2019, but right now he's just working with Union Sports and Big Wheel Coaching. So you can see in my rear view camera, you got Jeffrey with the Black Panther skin suit kit on. Jeffrey, what were you doing, brother? You know we were supposed to be wearing the Stormtrooper kit, but it's all right because you still represent it well. So you got Juan coming over. Now you got Juan and Ron coming over. You got Juan riding the lime green bike, and then you got Ron to my left. I'm currently on Mike's wheel. He has the pink POC helmet. In the nice pink and the navy blue socks. He's rocking that. So you got PRT tight right here, doing good, and you also see Rick up in front right there, right in front of Mike. So we're tucked in. There's Leo still up front, in front of Juan. So we're making our way. You see we're pushing right now 27, 28 miles an hour. My heart rate's at 171, and we're doing good. And there's Raquel. She's holding on. She is a beast. She's out here at FLOJOS every single time. She actually motivates me and encourages me because she's there every single time. And she rides with Hope Sports. So right now we're just moving, and you see the mileage is up 29, 30 miles an hour, and we are negative 1% grade, so we're going downhill. So right now, just tucked in, enjoying the draft, not doing much work. You see my power is fluctuating between 150 to 300. I'm currently just on the inside of Juan, trying to stay out of the wind the best that I can. He's a larger rider. He's not big, but he's tall, so he gives me a little bit better draft. So I'm just sitting to the inside of him as we ride behind Mike. And the day prior, we did 70 miles to include some team training tactics that we worked on. And I was actually almost bonking. I started cramping in my legs, but I was able to get some nutrients in me and be able to finish the ride on the 17th. And again, this FLOJOS 89 is the 18th. But you see right now we're moving 31 miles an hour, tucked back in on Ron's wheel. And I usually like to ride behind Ron because he's a very strong rider, as well as he is a larger rider. And I use the word larger because I'm probably one of the biggest people out here on this ride, over 200 pounds. Most of these riders out here are, the biggest guy may be 180, 195 pounds. And so with me being 220 plus pounds, I'm a big boy. Currently right there, you see Julius to my left with the BMC red, white, and black bike, rocking the S-Works cleats. And again, there's Leo right behind him with the Durace Aero wheels on his specialized tarmac. So we're currently getting it in right now. We're communicating and we're talking. There's Patrick right there tucked behind Leo. And so we're all staying very aware. You got Perry coming up in my rear camera, again rocking the Stormtrooper kit. So he's he's being active. And that's one thing I really liked about this ride, was that everybody was active. Everybody was moving. Everybody was staying engaged on what was going on. So right now I'm sitting on our president, Julius's wheel, and I also have Perry to my left. So again, you got 3 PRT members right here. And then if you look at my rear view camera, you see Jeffrey hunkered in right behind me. So now we're pace lining out now behind Perry. I told him to come on, jump on in so he can draft and not sit out there in the wind, so he can recover. Yeah. And there is Alex right there with the Jelly Belly kit on with the red Trek in my rear view camera. I believe that's Wham Bam right behind me with the lime green kit on. His bike was spectacular. And for you guys to get a preview of his bike, please check out the Mini Camp Plus FLOJOS 89 video that I posted yesterday. Check that thing out because that bike is gorgeous. Off to the right, as I've stated many times, is Skydive San Diego, the Chula Vista division, off to our right side right now. So pace is down a little bit, 23, 24 miles an hour. You see we're kind of bunching up. A lot of people are coming. At the same time, we're climbing a little bit, 1% grade. And people are going as well. People are making moves on the climb. You see Alejandro going right there with the blue on the outside. You see Alex trying to jump on his wheel. And you see Wham Bam going as well. So everybody's moving up during this time, trying to make it out. So that's what's going on right now. And yeah, we're just still hunkered in. I'm staying behind Perry. Again, he's a larger rider. And it just helps me to not have to work so much, work so hard, because I'm a bigger guy. I catch a lot of wind and I fight. And also with my bike, I have pretty much a 16 speed. I have 8 cog on the back with 2 crank up front, when most of the guys has anywhere from a 21 to a 22 cog setup. So I have to, I'm working very, very hard. You see we got guys over the middle line, the double line, which we usually try to stay away from that because we usually have cars behind us. But, some guys go across the line to avoid, running into other riders. But we have to be very careful with that. Right now we're climbing. You see 6%. I got Nooks to my left with the blue and black Velo V bike. That's his new steed. I think it's beautiful. He's super stoked about having a new bike. And but yeah, so now I'm tucked in behind Nooks, and Nooks literally weighs like 100 pounds. So right now, me being on his wheel is not doing me any justice. But hey, I take whatever itty bitty blockage of wind he can give me. But he truly is a climber. He truly is a spinner. And that guy, he just, I mean, I say it every time. He goes up climbs like they're not even there. And it's just a beautiful thing to see him ride. So again, pace is at 23 miles an hour. You see we're kind of bunched up here again, and we're moving. I know the guy that's right there in that lime green, Cannondale, he's a really strong rider too. I know one of the flow hosts actually jumped on his wheel, and that guy pulled incredibly forever, and it was just amazing. And I think I dropped off because I was just peaking at my max heart rate. But there you go, you got Ron right there with the PRT kit on with the lime green helmet. Again, that was the guy who was on his wheel earlier. And we're about 10 minutes in, so we have about 8 minutes left of this to make up for a good 18 minutes long video. So right now we're climbing again 2%, and that's where we make moves. Jeffrey, I didn't realize how much you drafted me. Now doing this commentary, I see that you are truly counting my rear wheel spokes. And of course, I am an ambassador for Spinergy, Rod Spinergy. They make and specialize in wheelchair wheels, but they also make mountain bike and road bike wheel sets. So check them out at spinergy.com. They make some really, really nice wheels, and I have those on my dog's lightning bike, which I'm riding right now. And I've had these wheel sets for probably about 8 to almost 9 years, and I've had no problems. I'm currently riding on Pablo's wheel. He's a U23 guy, very strong. His father actually does the Wednesday night crit race training series that we would have here in Chula Vista every Wednesday night at 5:30 or 6:30. I can't remember it exactly, but we had that, and that you can go check out some of my other videos of those that's in the playlist, and you can see that ride that his father Omar puts on, which was yet another great event. Some good climbing. He also gives away preems doing that ride. The only training ride that I know of in SoCal that gives away preems. It's a great experience. So if you're ever in the SoCal area next year, please get a hold of me on Instagram, on here, leave a comment, and yeah, I can get you more information about that. Or you can just even check them out on Facebook. I believe they ride with Adrenaline. But yes, Omar is very strong. I believe he catted up this year. He's a Cat 3 or Cat 2 rider currently, and he is a U23 rider. So that guy, this little dude right here, is very strong. I believe I have Raquel to my left, right there with the Hope Sports kit on. And yeah, she's very strong. So right now, we're going 25 miles an hour. My heart rate's at 175. My max heart rate is 195. And again, my legs were hurting from the over 5,000 feet of elevation gain the day prior, the 5 hours in the saddle, 69.7 miles completed the day prior to this. And so now out here doing this. So now you see me going around Pablo, moving up to get behind Nooks again and to the right of Ron. So again, just trying to make moves, close gaps, and move up when it's most strategic and best for me, because, you know, I'm at 181 beats per minute right now, and I think I'm starting to hurt. But right now, staying tucked in and just, you know, seeing what happens. So right now, we're going to make some moves going up. Nooks is going to start spinning really fast, and we're going to move up some more. Right now, I have Mike on my wheel, and Perry is on Mike's wheel, and we're, as you see, we're moving up, going 29 miles an hour, and my heart rate is at 185. And we're gonna move up, and so there you got Rick on my right, and then you have Wham Bam, and there is that beautiful Specialized tarmac that I talked about earlier. So right now I am at 188, 187 beats per minute, and I'm hurting. So now you got Wham Bam gonna come over the top of me on my left, and I'm starting to feel it. You see the group is getting away, and I am not able to make any major progress. You got all these people, look at my rearview camera, they're coming over the top of me. You got Mike, you got Perry, you got Rick that's about to overtake me, and we're right now at the middle point. I consider it the middle point. It's just over halfway, at Pio Pico. Jeffrey just went. All these people are going because we have a gap. Now Rick, I'm going to jump on Rick's wheel because I'm hurting. I'm at 179, 180, and now I'm having to sprint because Rick is sprinting, so I have to sprint to stay on his wheel. And you see people behind me, they're hunkered down, keeping up as well. You see there's a gap behind, the guy that's behind me. And so, it's opened up. You see the gap in front of Rick, and it pace is picking up, and we're fighting. My heart rate is at 188, so I am literally peaking very close to my maximum beats per minute. So you see right here, I lose Rick's wheel, and there's a good gap behind me. So if you look at my review camera, I'm out here solo right now. So it's a big gap in front of me, a big gap behind me. So there's nobody close to me right now that I can jump on and maybe try to recover. My heart rate's up. It's 185, 184, going 25 miles an hour. And I'm hoping that the peloton will slow down. I think this is a chase group. I'm hoping that they slow down. And I believe they actually did. And I see I'm giving an effort right here, out the saddle, giving an effort, pushed about 400 watts, nothing serious. But I was able to catch up. And I was like, OMG. Oh my goodness, I was actually able to catch up. And I catch up with them here momentarily. So now I'm feeling a little okay because I'm not out there by myself anymore. You see, there is a rider. If you can see the little speck in the rear view camera, there's a little rider. He's coming. And he's putting out an effort. I know he is. But you see now, I'm pretty much connected back to the peloton. There's probably a bike length in front of me, but I'm back on Rick's wheel. And but my heart rate's still up at 180. And like I said before, my legs were hurting. But they felt better once I got in the saddle again and started doing some spinning. So they purged out a little bit of that lactate acid, and so I was able to complete this ride because I was not going to do it. But you see in my rearview camera, the guy caught up. So he put in an effort, he put in a digger, and he truly caught up. But they're going to kick it again, and I think when they kick again is when I lose. So I move up, and I'm in the inside now, behind Rick, and they're about to kick it again. So we're going 24 miles an hour. My heart rate's at 179. We're going up a little climb, 1% grade. And I'm pushing 350 to 400 something watts. And there's Perry, and as you see right now, I've blown. Like, there's Pablo, and everybody's passing me. I was in the inside of that. I fell out of that. The guy that bridged, that put that effort, he wasn't able to make it. I yelled car back because I didn't want those guys to get hit by that truck that was blazing past us. And then actually, just to give you a little bit more feedback, I tried to jump on this Porsche's wheel to maybe draft them and catch up, and that did not happen either. I was done. So I finished solo behind the chase group. We had a great lead out with Patrick, Leo, and Larry. Larry took the win for Paddock Racing Team. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share the vid. From your boy, on to the next one. Peace.